What's popping? What's pippin'? I really hope you boys and girls are up there sipping. It's your boy G Smooth, give you all urban news you can use so you don't get it confused with that more shit out there on the tube. Live from the DF Dub and the Lone Star, because I'm fly like a beetle bug in my own car. Hey, what's going down, pimp? What's popping?
Was good.
Shit, nothing got King George in the building, yoga instructor and goddamn community activist and just an entrepreneur and all, he tapped
Hardworking man,
in.
a father.
A father.
That's
Shit,
pretty much it.
real talk. What you
So
got
what's
up,
good?
bro?
What's up, man? Tell me
You
about the show.
uh current events and different outlooks on those current events. So
Okay.
speaking on current event, they just passed the open carry law out here in Texas where you're not a felon. Hell, you can buy you a holster and carry your shit
Why you think they doing that though?
because a lot of people that's not legal to carry, and a lot of crimes are committed by people that don't have licenses to carry. So they're trying to give the person, the legal taxpaying citizen, they're trying to give them a chance to even a playing field. But by giving them that chance, you're gonna get some of them dudes out there that want to be a cop, that's not a cop, they
You,
can't shoot, that's gonna be
you
shooting innocent people.
so you say even the playing fields. Let me ask you, what do you mean by even the playing field? Who you think is ahead when it comes to guns? The the black people or the white people?
Everybody but the black folk.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like they didn't pass this with black people in mind. They passed this bill with white people in mind. It's like they want black people to have more guns because they know,
Niggas gonna kill niggas.
yeah. But what they do is they open up the law, advance the technology, so they make better guns than they already got. So we already got good automatic rifles in the world. All they're gonna do is make better automatic rifles and then make those cheaper automatic rifles available to black people or to for less money, and it's gonna end up with the minorities.
Unless they know about weapons. If you know about weapons, you know about brands, you know about certain models. Yeah,
Yeah,
some of them brands was built to last. People don't
yeah.
understand that
Some is built to
AK-47 was built
jam.
to last.
Some built to jam.
Some gonna jam. Some gonna
Some,
jam.
some are
That cheap
built
shit, that cheap shit gonna jam.
knowing it's gonna jam. So you got to keep cleaning and shit. But I don't support none of that shit. To be honest with you, like I think,
And advocates more violence.
well, I just think that the society ain't educated enough for it to be positive. I
Facts.
think guns are really final, and motherfuckers get guns and change. You know, uh, you have a nigga, a white man, a man of any color who barely will defend himself with his hands, but when he get a gun, everything changes.
Boy, Yosemite Sam.
But I do like the fact that everybody who not a felon can have one because it's like maybe, just maybe, everybody will be like anybody can have a gun. Let's just talk about this more.
What it
Let's
is, the Republicans are thinking. I understand how they see it. They see it as, first off, not Republicans, conservatives. The conservatives are looking at it like if everybody can arm themselves, then people would think twice before they do something. But just on a regular street mindset, criminals don't give a shit about you having no gun. If they
well,
see you with a gun, they're gonna pop your ass first before they do the robbery.
my thought is this, right? If you really feel like you need a gun, it don't matter whether it's a law or not. I think people who wouldn't have guns are going to have guns, and it's just because of the numbers. If guns are more legal, they're more. You make more money with guns. They're going to sell more guns, and the more guns they have is going to be supply and demand. So as the supply of guns go up, the demand is gonna go down because people are gonna have them. But with guns, the demand won't never go down because it's gonna be more and more how we train. We spend more money on military funding than anything else by far. But
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
we buy the world's guns, civilians and military. We buy all the weapons in the
All
world.
brands. That's why I always tell people to kind of look at what are the army generals or sergeants or lieutenants. What is a handgun of choice that they carry? You know, and that'll let you know, okay, well, that got to be efficient. Like everybody used to roll around with the 1911 back in the 50s. All the army lieutenants, they all had 1911. A little
What
bit,
you do? Run out of bandwidth?
yeah, it just started over out the
Uh,
deal on its own.
okay, but yeah, so it's like the guns. I think people ain't really looking at it in reality, but they are looking at it in reality because the reality is if we could think ahead, we probably wouldn't fuck with it. But people can't think ahead, so people gonna fuck with it because it sounds good, it's popular, it's sexy, it's romantic. And that's what America is, no matter what color you are. So it's like, anywho.
Well, what about
What,
this though? Okay, you an individual that will fight to protect yourself and your family and your loved ones. But you come across an individual that's not built like that, and he got a gun.
you want to
Very,
be honest with you?
you
If I'm
should
in
have a gun
Texas,
on you.
if I'm in Texas, I'm going to have a gun on me just because it's Texas. Like everybody got a gun. It's Texas. You might have to use that. You know?
Yeah,
But if I'm in a state where guns get your ass sent to jail, I live above that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere where people are really using guns. Now I know people got guns everywhere, but like when I'm outside of Texas, I'm not going to the hood. I'm not fucking with the hood. You know,
facts.
that
I,
hood mindset
I ain't
is
fucking with the
pure.
hood in Texas.
Yeah, you don't know it. You don't know it though. So here's what I do know that a lot of people don't know, especially like Dallas. Dallas is a growing city, so it's changed from sizes. You know, it was at one time the inner city is only the inner city, but at this point, everything that touched the inner city is in the city. So it's like DeSoto, Lancaster, Cedar Hill, Duncanville. To people in Dallas, that shit ain't the hood. But if you leave Dallas and go to anywhere else, you go to Pennsylvania, you go to Ohio, it's the hood. It's the same as like Atlanta and Clayton County and all of that stuff. It's not all the city of Atlanta, but it's considered Atlanta and it's all hood. You know?
Yep.
And that's how Dallas is. But
Well, see,
that shit really,
the perception of hood has always been low poverty. But we know, growing up in the South Dallas Metroplex, um, it was niggas that had 200, 300, 400, $500,000 houses they lived in and grew up in, and still turned out to be thug niggas.
I mean, the reality of it is like shit. As I get grown, it's like shit. It was the niggas who already had it.
They
You
already
know,
had
you
it. They already had it.
now listen. So but we still grow up in the same social structure, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you think that shit ain't hood, you just a different part of the hood.
Yeah, that's
So
exactly it.
all of it together is urban lifestyle. You just in a different part of the urban lifestyle. You in the part that have a mama and daddy and the family, or just a hardworking mom or whatever, but you could be in the mama on pills side. And to us, we like, okay, the projects and shit like that is the hood. But to the rest of the world, all that shit is the hood. And it's all backwards. And don't nobody really live by that outside of the world. You have different pockets and got hoods that connect. But the reality is that's just holding on to the crumbs. But as Black people, We shit, you know, Gucci Man got some diamonds and shit, and he said he did it from crumbs, you know. But we gotta change the way we think. And if we change the way we think, we would look at that gun shit totally different. We would look at that gun shit as a chance to organize.
Well,
Because
yeah,
that's
we
really what
would. Yeah, yeah.
that's
I
what the
agree.
white folks are doing. They organize.
Yeah.
You know, and I ain't racist. I ain't tripping. I got white friends. I got not
Me
even just
too.
white friends. I got Asian friends, and they fucking got guns. And Mexican friends, and they got guns. And it's like, whenever I hear black people talking about guns, you know, it's like, oh, I got an assault rifle and some bullets. You
Well,
know,
I don't see nothing wrong with a black man, black woman arming themselves because I know a lot of law-abiding African American citizens, tax-paying citizens that deserve to protect themselves. They deserve it. They
I
work
agree.
hard enough to protect themselves because you don't
I,
know what the fuck out here.
no, listen, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, as far as these other races, when they talk about guns, they talk about more than just having guns, and they talking about organized, like,
Yeah, like the NRA, like the NRA, the
no,
National
not even
Rifle
NRA.
Association.
Listen, this is what I'm telling you. It's not even NRA. It's like all in Texas, in Cali, all the people who are blue collar white people, they have more than just guns. They're organized. They have plans.
They got lawyers behind them. Like
No, Listen, they have like actual plans. They have groups of people that they all collect guns together.
yeah,
You know, so niggas be like, I got this, I got this, I got this. You know, but since these people all get guns and collect guns as a system, they all got a whole bunch of guns. They all got a bunch of ammo. So I ain't against black folks having guns. I just feel like black folks got to elevate their thinking. If they elevate their thinking,
yeah.
you know, and it's doable because it's a dude I went to high school with. I see every day. He live in a nice neighborhood too, and you know, it don't take a whole lot of money. It just takes sense and knowledge, and to think above what we think, and it's doable. It's some hood niggas out here making $1 million. They just got to restructure how they think,
Yeah.
you know, and then black folks gonna have guns and they gonna have butter. But until we get that thought level, we ain't gonna have nothing but violence and crumbs.
And I understand exactly what you're saying because we just look at how on second class, third class citizen level, how we see the violence, you know, unfolds, and it's niggas just shooting, especially with these youngsters. These youngsters just shooting, and these youngsters out here in Texas, these youngsters in the South, they got all that. Damn, they got all that shit, bro. They got Dracos. Nigga, they got F and X, F and N.
It ain't just the South; it's everywhere. It's Richardson.
Chicago, the Midwest packing like a motherfucker too.
Oh, it's everywhere because this is how they
Because
have.
the army dropped the shit off.
No. That's what they want you to think. They want you to think some far off shit like that. The reality is, oh shit, can you still see me?
I can see you with your light, your
All right. Well, just black that part out. But anyway, so
good.
what happened? The technology grows, dog. So the guns that was good guns 20 years ago, Dracos and shit, them
They
hoes
just
trash.
not putting them out. Yeah.
They trash. So people have way better guns, way better rifles, way more precise guns that they can fucking automatic or snipe with. They got good guns.
Well, like a lot of niggas talk about AK-47s and AR-15s, but niggas don't talk about 308s. 308 shoot them 7.62s as well. And a lot of people don't understand that shit. 308 is a bad motherfucker. And I don't even know how long you think a 308 been out? About a decade?
I have no idea. I don't know. No, I don't have no idea. What I'm saying though is like as the 308s and shit that is better technology comes out, the Dracos, the fucking SKs, the cheap shit is dirt. It's dirt cheap. So don't nobody.
$600.
So don't no government have to drop off no guns. The cheap guns gonna work themselves down. They're gonna work themselves down, you know, and niggas get cheap guns and be like, you know, and some niggas have good guns, you know. Some of these young niggas have good guns. They know good guns when they get them. But when I hear people don't emphasize on quality of guns, I don't like that. And that's a black person urban trait.
Well, you
People
said
don't
it earlier. You were saying that nigga got to clean that shit.
but
Niggas
people
don't
don't
clean their
emphasize
gun.
quality. Niggas, people, black urban people don't emphasize quality when it comes to guns. It's popularity. They don't even, you know, you do because but you on the elite level. You just ain't a rapper, so people don't understand that, you know. But
Well, you know, I fuck around with a lot of SWAT team dudes. A lot of SWAT team dudes, my homeboys. So
yeah, but I mean, shit, you gotta look at it in the grand scheme of things, dog. Fuck all the playing and shit, dog. You got equity like a motherfucker, right? Once you got equity, it don't none of that other shit matter. You got equity like
yeah,
you got good equity, you know. You got equity like I say, Lil Boosie. I was listening to Lil Boosie, and I remember me and you was having the same conversation. You was telling me about some equity you had, and Lil Boosie's tax statement said his equity was about the same thing. So I was just like, man, that's crazy. You know, here goes somebody telling your people to shoot them, you know.
yeah.
Here goes this man passing that message and telling us he a millionaire. And in reality, he probably is several times over, but some of the stuff he claiming ain't what it's claimed to be.
Well, Boosie said it before though. He said, nigga, he said he wished at the time, I believe Obama was in office and Trump was about to get in office. And Boosie said it, bro. He was like, yeah, every time I make 1,000,000, 400,000 go in taxes. So he
Yeah,
makes 600,000 off 1,000,000 every time. He get taxed 40%.
yeah, that's everybody do. But you know, I guess that's the numbers niggas be missing, you know. So niggas be hollering them numbers, and that ain't reality. So you got people risking their lives for numbers that ain't real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all of our kids and shit want to be rappers, and now to be a real rapper in the city, you got to be really doing rapper shit. You got to do all the shit that they rap about. Now they rap about is guns and drugs and robbing and stealing and killing.
Yep.
So all our children are trying to be rappers, and a rapper ain't even what it's supposed to be. But yet they take
Well,
their life chances, whereas a nigga could just think. You know what I'm saying? If we would all start thinking as a culture to think better shit and better thoughts and better hopes and better dreams, it would be different. But we listen to the niggas with the diamonds on their neck.
yeah, diamonds in their mouth. And you know, it's a perfect thing because just think about it. When we was growing up, we caught the wave of the bling, of the flashiness, which was Cash Money Records. You know, the Hot Boys. We was what, seventh grade, eighth grade when that shit hit,
Eighth grade, yeah.
and we seen everybody change real quick. We seen a big change in everybody.
And then we see, look, and then you see things change again and again and
And
again.
again and again. Hell yeah, it just kept changing. Yeah, you're right. You're
But
right.
I think this though, man, it's like it's really just math, dog. It's like if you hold true in life, as them things change, you'll be able to see them change, and you'll be able to be above it. But as I get older, I realize that everybody see a different thing changing, you know. And when I look at general culture values, even my own life, even my own family, my own kids, I ain't no perfect nigga, you know. But
Nobody is. If you perfect,
yeah,
boy.
yeah, you know. So it's like, but I look at people and I just, you know, I think, you know, black people just got to expand their mind, dog. That's all I really, that's what I want black people to do. I don't care about gangs or not gangs and shit. If you're going to be in a gang, you're going to be a gang, do your gang thing. But, you know, Be about some positive shit, you
I
know.
think
You go or
me personally, at my age now, 37 years old, been on this earth 37 years and been working my ass off all this time. I really think if you join a gang, you lost. For the simple fact, you are a leader of your life. Why would you join an underworld organization to follow another leader that'll put you down a path of destruction? That don't make
so
no
let me
sense.
ask you this. That so do you remember though, as we was kids and everybody was turning into gangsters and we were seeing the weakest niggas like, man,
Yeah, yeah, they was
y'all
out.
niggas
Yeah,
gangsters.
yeah.
So
The bitch ass niggas that we used to laugh at, and throw shit at, and beat their ass and throw their shoes in the toilet like you used to do.
I don't even remember that shit. But
You used to throw niggas' shoes in the toilet after
listen,
football
I'm
practice,
gonna
dog.
tell you some real shit, dog. At the time, dog, I was so bad, fool, because I came from a violent home, dog. My house was violent, and I didn't
Yeah.
realize it, dog.
No, we
But
didn't. We didn't.
but that's all part of it too, And
Me, you, and Terrell, we all thought life was just bubble gums and candy, dog. But we were
shit,
so used to so much
I
drama.
did, nigga.
We,
Y'all did, I
I
did.
did. I thought everything
I
was bubble
know.
gums and candy. I thought it was normal to get your ass beat in front of
Here
everybody.
go the thing, though. Here go another thing that's affecting our black culture
Yeah.
is the lack of men, dog. Now that is the biggest denigration of our culture, dog. The value of a black man is very low. You
Oh
know,
man, that's a man, bro. You hit it right on the nail. The value of a black man is low, and it's
very
not.
low.
It's because of what the perception is. When I listen to the radio out here, they be like, they're gonna have awards for women, black
Mm,
women. You know what? They always exclude. They always separate black women and black men when it comes to accomplishment. But when you go
oh
to
yeah,
other
bro.
races, white races, Mexicans, Asians, everybody else, they together with their accomplishments. We the only ones out here on this earth. When somebody accomplishes something, it's split in between, bro. It's not the same, bro. That shit sad as a motherfucker too, bro.
Yeah,
I
bro.
get disgusted when I hear that shit. You know how many
No,
successful black men it is out here, but we don't get our motherfucking roses.
no. The our culture it ain't built to make black men. It's like the black man is not the breadwinner, if he has not been trained to be the breadwinner. Most of us, most black men, for about 2.5 generations, have been raised by women.
Yep.
So now the women have all the power. And now the few black men who have parents, dads, and shit, that's toxic masculinity and shit like that. All this shit, but that is the same shit that get the fucking food on the table.
Yeah.
And,
The niggas
it
grow up with
ain't
a hate.
easy.
Niggas, if niggas didn't have their dad in their house, they end up growing a hate for other black men. And
Oh,
it's
I
just normal. If they see you doing something positive, niggas be ready to hate on you. I've been going through it
my nigga, because that's
forever.
how the whole rest of it's just
My dad,
habit.
I grew up with my dad. When I
Yeah,
met you, I moved with my mom for maybe a year, maybe like 2, 3 years. And I ended up moving back with my dad and moving with my mom. But from the baby to 13 years old, I was with my dad the whole time.
yeah, yeah. See, I didn't have that every day, but now I got my sons, and
Yeah.
it's like I realize a whole lot of shit that I missed. So it's like it's
But you
just
always
crazy.
been a smart dude, though. You always been a smart dude. One thing about you,
Yeah,
you always was good in school. And nigga be like, damn, this nigga ain't even study. This nigga was outside fighting and boxing with everybody all day. But this nigga come in here and ace this damn test. I mean, you just a smart dude. That
so
shit
think
was
about this though. So this is what gets me though, because now my little baby daughter, she go to private school and she's so fucking smart, and I'm like, damn, what if it was somebody like pushing me, what I'm saying, to do more than I was already doing. I was doing so much by myself. What if it was somebody, a man who had the knowledge of my day-to-day life and what I'm trying to do, pushing me to where I'm trying to go?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I get that with my own sons, but it's like, you know, that even those old school values ain't valued no more. You know, your
how
kids will be
how how
outside.
how so? How so? How is old school values not valuable
Like,
anymore?
because here's one major thing, right? Men have to do those old school values say that men have to do
Pay all the
have
bills,
to
all that
endure.
bullshit.
No, not even that. They just have to endure the most hardship of the woman, right?
Oh yeah.
But at this point, you know, the man, you know, women don't need no protecting. They gotta be real. Black women got all the money in the black community. They got all the fucking
No,
social.
not necessarily. They got the salaries of the black community. That's a perception that everybody throws on black people nowadays. It's not black women have all the money. Black women have those positions at those certain jobs. But there's a
Job
lot of
security,
black men that have their own
a lot of
businesses
money.
that's hiring them. Mm-hmm.
This is true. But if
That's
we go
very
to
true.
corporate America, where the money is, corporate America,
There's a lot of black.
black
It's a
women,
lot of black men in corporate America. A lot of.
it is a
I
lot,
work
but
for them. I do work for them.
yeah, but it's the whole city's of white men who do it. So it's like it's more,
99.9% of my customers are black people,
but
and
it's because you live around
75% of them are. Yeah. I live around them. Yeah, you're right.
nothing but black people. If you come out into the rest of the world, there are there's whole cities, Irvine, dedicated to technology, and it's not no niggas there. It's shit that's like corporate America, biotech, ain't no niggas in biotech.
Is that our fault, or is it a discrimination issue?
Well, it's
Because
our
we're
fault
very
first.
technical. I know a whole lot about technology in so many different realms. So, and I know niggas, including you, I know a lot of niggas that know a lot about technology, but we're just not in that Silicon Valley. Meaning, we probably need to create our own shit. We had Black Wall Street back
No.
in the 20s.
Listen, it's niggas in Silicon Valley. It just ain't a bunch of them.
It's
If
not
you,
niggas, niggas. It's not niggas. It's not niggas.
because you have to want to do that shit for a long time.
We do.
You want
Well,
to,
I know what you're saying. You know what? Let me stop, bro. I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. You saying the average mind nigga don't think to go there, but
exactly.
we think
So
about that
here's
shit.
the thing, right? This is what I'm saying. I'm gonna say example because this is what I live. This is what I know. So it's like, it just ain't a lot of black people who go into the technical field because ain't no emphasis on that shit in black schools, really. You know what I'm saying? Black people
Not at
carry so
all.
much. They carry so much in the school, but then you do got some black schools that put out them people who go to Silicon Valley, the fucking magnet schools, the fucking Duncanvilles and Cedar Hills and shit like that. But you know, we need to see more of that as a whole, as a whole culture. The inner city, the urban city, the suburbs, all of this black culture got to start valuing like Silicon Valley. But if everybody wanted to be a fucking computer programmer, they could be you way more likely to be a computer programmer than you ought to be a rapper if you try.
Oh yeah, hell
Right?
yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
So in our mind though, even me, even you, right? We were smart. We already knew we were smart. We was building shit. But guess what else we was doing? We was rapping because that's what we want. That's what everybody that culturally that's what we were supposed to want to be, and that's what we did. But
Be a rapper, a
somehow,
football player, or a basketball player.
football, basketball, rapper. No matter if you could be a doctor, because we could all be doctors. Me,
That
you,
wasn't cool.
Chris, smart niggas that we hung around and we went to school with.
This wedding
But
cake too strong. This wedding cake way too strong.
I'm on that wedding cake right now. I got some white runs, but
Oh
I gotta
man,
say
you
that.
gotta hook me up. I had pink runs, but I ain't had no white runs.
We'll talk offline. But
Yeah.
uh, but no, this is the thing, man. We gotta. I keep saying this, dog. We gotta change the culture, dog. We gotta accept everybody for who they are, but we gotta change.
I feel like we got to break down what we have and rebuild. We got to destroy the gangster mentality. We got to destroy the.
We don't have to destroy the gangster mentality, right?
Yes, we do, because gangsters,
Listen,
most gangsters, Bloods, Crips, GDs, BDs, Vice Lords, all them, all us brothers are destroying each other. We're not. None of us are fucking with no other community but our own.
listen.
We when niggas get when
Those
niggas re
dudes,
up, they sell into their
listen,
own goddamn
listen,
people.
listen. Those people have already committed themselves to something. In my opinion, what them people need to do is figure out who is really in the gang, who ain't in the gang. Niggas in gangs go by gang rules. Niggas not in the gang don't go by gang rules. It's pretty simple. And then y'all clean your own shit up, and then get some control over what you're doing. Because you got all of these people, but they don't even know what the shit started about. The shit started about fighting in LA.
Yep. Well, the Bloods and Crips, yeah.
Yeah. So
GDs
it's
and
a bunch
the
of different
GDs
gangs.
was
Yeah.
different. GDs were
Yeah.
different.
So I don't know about that, but
That's a
I know it's
Chicago
different.
Larry Hoover.
60s,
Larry Hoover.
yeah. I don't know about that shit. I don't know. I don't know about it. So
Nigga,
I don't
we
really
grew
talk
up in a
about it.
7-4 neighborhood. What you talking about? You don't know.
I don't know about any of that shit. I don't be in all that shit, dog. I know this fool. I was probably the poorest person in the neighborhood.
No,
I
you
had the
wasn't,
most.
because you had fresh clothes on, stars down all the time.
Yeah, but that's because my mom was working hard as fuck and she was spending all her money. But this the thing, and we wasn't fresh like that shit. But
first day of school,
niggas. Well,
first
that's
day,
everybody.
first day of school,
But
we
I
was
know,
fresh.
I know this though for sure. I was fighting kids when I was at acting.
Yep.
You know, so it's like I know niggas didn't have it rough as they want to have it, but I know that all of them niggas, like the older dudes, I guess I respect the people who keep it true to their gangster shit, but I knew niggas before gangs started, and the niggas I know.
You didn't respect it. I didn't either.
I ain't gonna say, I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna say the niggas I know. I remember we had some niggas who was gangbangers and we had some niggas who was football players, right? The gangbangers was tripping. But I remember the football player beat the shit out the gangbanger and everybody's mind changed.
Yep.
And I just remember that. And I remember, how it was, because I remember Clint. I remember how them niggas.
That was my nigga, bro. That was my nigga.
But see, that's the thing. That's everybody want to be that, but how does that really end? And that's
exactly that destroyed me. That destroyed me. And I don't know. I guess all of us looked up to Clint back then. All of us.
Everybody did. He was I didn't know he was so young. The nigga was just so cool.
Yeah, he was young. Yeah, he was young. We was like 13. That nigga was like 17.
Yeah, I know. I thought that nigga was, but the nigga was so cool.
Yeah.
He
used to come by my crib and give me money to tell me to go get something to eat or go buy me some damn cap guns and go play with.
I just thought the nigga was cooler than the bitch. I still think it was like one of the coolest niggas I ever seen. I seen him fucking screaming at the police, doing all of these things that and looking good doing it. Like he was getting tatted up when we was young.
Yeah.
When the Hot Boys was the Hot Boys, he was a hot boy.
He was a hot boy. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
So it's just like, but we see how that ends. Yeah. And that for me,
his own homeboys killed him, set him up on a lick. They all hit together.
And just
shot my nigga. They shot my nigga in the back of the head and threw him out the car on Duncanville Road. And he was found on. And your sister called me that morning. They found out the nigga was dead. And she called me and told me that shit.
I don't want to recap it, dog, because that shit did something to me. But it's like, that's the reality of it, dog. We making it romantic to fucking die young with a beautiful corpse. And that's because that's what was the sign of the times at the time. And now it's everybody want to be Clint. Everybody can't be Clint.
No.
And that's what's happening.
And Clint had a big heart too, though. Clint had a real big heart.
But that's what killed him in the end.
Yeah, he got set up. He was easily to be set up.
Exactly, because he was Cause you know, and it's just like
He had no
whatever.
clue them fuck niggas. I know them fuck niggas. He had
Listen,
no
I don't
clue them fuck niggas
listen,
gonna do that
listen.
shit to him.
I don't know nothing about that. Rest in peace to him, right? I just know that even now, you know, it's like if nigga, you know, like gangs is not for everybody. It's not
No, it's
mainstream.
not for nobody.
No, listen, it's for niggas in certain path who choose certain paths in life, right?
Yeah.
You'll never understand it, like you know, because you didn't choose that path. You had that option, you didn't choose it. So it's like the people who choose their life, that's their business, you know. But
we weren't raised like that, bro. We was all raised.
You had that. Listen, no, this is the thing, right? Think about Justin, dog.
I
The only difference,
still fuck with him to this day.
no, not Justin Irving.
Oh.
Justin, that was.
Oh, you talking about the? Yeah, I know you talking about. I know
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
So it's just like I saw him turn into a gangster, you know, but I'm just like that ain't, and that shit, you know. But we have romanticized it, and through rap and shit, you know, to like now the gangster is everything, you know. But that's really the niggas who was having hard lives and were timid and had to go to this recluse culture to go fit in, do anything to fit in, you know. And then once you fit in, that's it. But you riding on the backs of other people. And to me, my dad was in my life, so I wasn't looking at no niggas like that. I wasn't looking at no niggas under 30 like none of that. You know, I was assessing them as young men and predominantly children acting like men. So I wasn't impressed
exactly
by
what it was.
We
So
wasn't impressed
here's
by
my question to you. What's the solution as a community activist? What is the solution
listen
to the problems that, because you know, this is how I feel. I feel that men bring that wave in that ocean. We got that big ass tsunami wave. So we need to make sure this wave, you know, is suitable for everybody that's gonna get engulfed in it. And we don't. Because we don't know as young men, we don't know what we're doing. We doing what we
But at
think
this
is
point,
cool.
though, here's the key. At
What's
this
the
point, though,
solution? What's the solution to make this wave
as
better?
grown men, as men, grown men of you know alpha age, we gotta fucking change the narrative, you know, and you gotta do it. You know how they really doing it is because they learning like the art of war and shit like that. So it's like they're doing it in the right way to start a movement. So you have to really start a movement in the way you start a movement. You got to be able to protect it. You got to be able to have power and financial backing. The key is niggas who not in trouble. But yeah, so the niggas who not in trouble, they got more financial power than the niggas who are in trouble. But the niggas who are in trouble, the people who choose the ignorant path, that message is being spread wider, you know, because
controversial sales.
Well, they spreading it through it's romance.
Yeah.
You know, so they just repackaged it as romance. So, you know, we believe that there's an algorithm where everybody's equal on social media, but the reality is all of these people with money have already made deals to keep controlling who's famous and who's rich. Some people are just famous, some people are rich and famous. So it's like it's the whole thing to it, dog. But one, we gotta, you know, realistically, what would help the most is if it was just a cold ass young rapper that was like on
We already had him,
nah.
Kendrick Lamar, but they stopped playing him on nationwide radio after his first album. So, and J. Cole, we had J. Cole. They stopped playing him worldwide after his first two albums.
Here's the thing about Kendrick. First off, Kendrick, you know, is Kendrick is in LA. So LA is just
Hey,
like Dallas, you know. It's like
how so?
no, because it's shit you gotta know about LA to say certain
My
things about
my
LA.
family, my mama family from Compton. They all grew up in Compton off of
Yeah.
Crenshaw.
So I mean, so you know it's ran by their system. So it's
Mhm.
like they got a system. He part of the system. It is what it is. But like, so it's got to be an overthinking. You know, like I get it. I respect everybody's decisions and thoughts. But if we want to advance, we got to go to a higher level. So it's got to be people over all of that shit. Like, okay, yeah, that's that.
What?
But there's gonna be this. So it's like it's got to be like a movement for growth and shit. You gotta think, dog. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, they're the same age we were. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
them niggas had the same problem we had.
Mm-hmm.
All the same problems. Some niggas was this, some niggas was that. But as they was gaining the knowledge, you know, that's when they try to kill you. But realistically, what really helped black people is if you get a nigga who going on a speaking tour, doing something other than rap, but he's showing up with guns and diamonds.
And bringing a crowd around to listen to some real knowledge.
And he's showing up. I don't think you really need diamonds. I think diamonds is an
No,
over. No,
that's
no, diamonds.
that's shiny. That's something shiny. Fuck something
Yeah,
shiny.
but I think you can have something artistic and it's just as good. But I think the guns you can't do without. The men you can't do without. You know, you got to have a force. You got to have a movement because that's what they doing. You know, and you got to let your force overpower that force, but you got to have a force of good. You know, it's like it's got to be some niggas with some sense that run shit because you know these niggas, you know these people been put through a lot and they probably gained a lot, but that create a different kind of anger in your heart, you know. And I respect people going through things and being sad and shit, but at the end of the day, you know,
We got to get over it and keep pushing. We got to get over whatever the fuck we going through and keep pushing.
man,
We got to.
we gotta change it. You gotta change it, you know. So like somehow
We've
niggas
been in
gotta make
slavery. I don't even like hearing about slavery no more, even though I would talk about it because I understand it. But on the
we
average
all
level, I
slaves.
don't want to hear about that shit no more because I already know, nigga, what we gonna do now? We know what we went through back then. White folks ain't treating us like that now. What we gonna do now?
Listen, we all slaves. Think about it like
We
this, right?
and the white folk, they slaves too.
Exactly. It's just like Egypt, dog. You know how they built the pyramids? They
Mm-hmm.
fucking had a workforce. They had motherfuckers that worked
Free
shifts.
labor.
No, it wasn't free labor. They went home to their family. They had food. They lived at the Nile River. They thought they was doing fine. That's the whole point of it. Niggas be thinking they doing just fine. They like, shit, I got this, I got that, I got this, you know, but not realizing that
I'm
you're,
a head slave right now. I'm a head
listen,
slave. I
but
work
that's
hard
the
as
thing.
hell. Boy, I'm a good slave.
But if you think hard enough, you can crack the code, but you got to hold on tight. And we got to start cracking the code other than just rapping. We got to crack the code through our minds and not just through the system. But it's hard work. We got to come together. It's got to be a group of black people who are not culturally violent, you know.
Well, like you said though, violence stems from a broken household. So
Yeah,
we got
but
to
we got
figure
to
out
listen.
how to keep these households together, where a female doesn't feel this nigga
My,
ain't
my,
shit, and a nigga feel
my
like
God.
bitches ain't shit. We got to feel like if you gonna choose
I
this
come
woman,
from the most broken of homes. I come from the most broken of homes. Like my dad used to whoop my mom's ass. It was a broken. That bitch was broken all together. It was broken, right? But that shit don't matter. That's the past. We got to change what we putting into the future.
well,
That's what the key.
just think how many people can understand what they went through and then transition to what they need to go through.
I think a lot of people do if they survive, but I think they put black men through a condition that changes the way they feel at a certain age because they've been through certain things.
Yeah, you can't cry,
So
nigga. Don't cry, nigga. I don't give a fuck what happened. Don't cry.
just all they gotta do is read a book. You get so much understanding from just no, seriously. it's books that they recommend. I tried to even start a book club. It's all right, but you
I
know,
remember I joined the club. I joined your club.
dudes will talk shit all day on Facebook. They're not gonna talk about the book.
But
So
the books I read is technical books.
say I read tech. I'm a technician too, so it's like
Yeah.
I already know about tech books. I can read any kind of tech publication, but it's like it's just our culture. Because at the same time, you can be as enlightened as you want to, but you still got to live in this life. So if everybody on Facebook talking about the same thing, you can resist it all you want, but as long as you're looking at it, as long as them the images, that's what you're gonna talk about. And you already been trained to get on Facebook. They put all your friends in one place, all across the world. You get on that bitch, you're gonna always get on it, right?
Yeah.
But we gotta open up our eyes and our minds to like how well all this shit can really be used. And it's got to be more than one nigga, and it's got to be groups of people who understand that and work together. You know, as black people, as we come up,
engine. It's like an engine. You got all these different pulleys, you know, these different wheels when the belt wrapped around them. You know, that belt got to be wrapped around to energize your compressor for your AC unit, energize your power steering. You know,
so I got a question for you though. I got a question, right? See, you are more likable dude.
No, right? I'm not. No, I'm not. I piss everybody the fuck off. I piss everybody off.
Dog, people like you. People don't even care if you piss them off. People just they like you. Trust me, dog. I like you, but it's like I'm a disagreeable nigga, and I like to be a disagreeable nigga. So it's like, you know, I'll be trying to figure out because you know, everybody can't be Malcolm X, everybody can't be Martin Luther King, everybody can't be Abraham Lincoln. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, I think it's got to be like a nigga to do some shit. I think you could do some shit, dog. Like you can lead a lot of people. You live in the hood or by the hood and all through the hood, and you ain't not. You're a stand-up guy, so it's just like you can start a movie, man, and you got the network already. How many episodes you in?
I did one last night. That was 63. This one will be 64.
There you go, right there, man. Just keep. You got to go out and you got to find intelligent dudes that you know, and you got to give them a platform to talk. And they don't got to be dentists, doctors, lawyers, rappers, none of that shit. Just niggas you know that are intelligent and let them talk, because these people sometimes look at me like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, bitch, I speak English and I can read. That's the fuck I'm doing here. They paid me to come, motherfucker. And I get so tired of that shit because, you know.
Well, that means we got to create this different realm of income, of knowledge, of self, and then of knowledge of everything else.
You got it.
I have knowledge in electrical, refrigeration, and draining of plumbing, the drain side of plumbing, not the supply side, but the draining side. And I know some about the plumbing, supply side, but I'm not that good. But like we was talking yesterday, we had a morning meeting, and I was talking to the electrician, head electrician at my job, and I told him, I was like, I'm having an issue with a unit. It don't have a hot leg. And I said, can you explain to my guys the difference between a Delta and a Delta Y? And he was looking at me. He was looking crazy as hell when I said this shit. He didn't understand the difference of a three-phase unit where you go to ground and then you go to your old terminal. Bam, you read 110. You go to another terminal, 110. You go to another terminal, 110. But when you got the Delta Y, it's 110, 110, 220. That's your high leg.
Oh, so put the third one in together on the same frequency?
Yeah. Uh-huh. And I was trying to get him to explain it, and everybody was looking at me like, God damn, what are you talking about? And I'm like,
well, that's because all day long you gotta talk to people like they fucking you gotta
talk in kindergarten language. You gotta talk in kindergarten language to people for them to understand. I can't talk to you on this goddamn academic level.
That's the old school mentality. They pushing that shit out. That's the problem. They pushing that shit out. They like, I get they simplifying shit, but then I see young people do shit that old people would never think to do. I seen some young people like record a conversation for sake of an argument. Like they was like, okay, we gonna have an argument on tape, and then we gonna go back and listen to it and dissect.
So we can say, I told you I said this. You didn't hear me when I said this. Shut the
Yo,
fuck up.
yo, but that's how it be. That's shit's just different, man. But ain't no leaders, ain't no leadership, dog. It's like there's a group of people, large groups of people who fucking control everything in the world. So down through their tunnels, they pick and choose what they want to go up and down. You know, and then there's a whole nother community of people who believe that the people should have. And they separate, right?
Yeah.
So the people who believe that the people should have always create a lane for the people. The people who think they should control it always use the people they control. So it's like, choose your side, work your side.
Yeah. Well, in my mindset, bro, we gotta set the basically we gotta prepare the table. We gotta prepare the table, napkins, the food, the silverware, plates, all that shit. The nice linen over the table. Build the table itself, build the chairs, make sure they're comfortable, and then bring the right people to the table. And then from there, we can talk, we can eat, and we can hash it out. And we can make it do what it do, bro, because I think a lot of niggas, and when I say niggas, I don't mean that in a harsh way. When I say
Yeah,
niggas, I
the
mean,
sentence of slaves.
yeah, there you go. There you go. That's all I mean. That's all I mean. Descendants of slaves. When we can sit down and talk, I feel like we can make some shit happen because
Yeah,
we got people in different areas that can make a nation. It's
yeah,
just that
but
we scared to come together. We scared to come together.
we're not. We're not. I think it's just I think the thought just has to come and start growing. Once the thoughts start growing, it'll move. But I tell you what's gotta happen. You know, it's like the men who can lead have to move to the forefront. You don't believe the parameters that they put on you, because you don't have to be nothing but confident and intelligent and well read to put your shit together the right way. And you know, you don't have to be a basketball player or a baseball player or a rapper or a rap star or anything like that. Hi,
Yeah,
neighbor.
that's real talk, bro.
I'm
Well, shit, nigga. I ain't gonna hold you up,
gonna
bro. We're
go
gonna
to sleep.
we're gonna redo this
Wait,
thing
though.
again, and
Wait. I know you did. Just cover my face if it's too dark. I can't see what it is, but I have to put this out. Yoga. We and yoga. Follow me on Instagram at 420 Yoga Man. Hit the link, donate. I'm a veteran trying to help veterans and underprivileged people get wellness through yoga and cannabis if you can take the cannabis. If nothing else, just donate $1, donate $2, tell a friend, talk shit about me. It don't matter. But that's it.
well, I remember you used to have yoga in the ghetto,
Yeah.
and I can tell you this. I remember when you first started recording yourself trying to do handstands, and you was doing handstands for like 5 seconds, and that was it. Now your ass can do that shit for 5 minutes straight. So
Hey, I'm out here, dog, and they it's a different world. That's why I want everybody to know it's a different
I
world.
told you I need yoga. I told you I need it. All the heavy shit I be lifting, I need a way to
You don't.
balance my motherfucking body.
You
To
need to go, dog. Take your wife to a yoga class. Go for the yoga. Go for the yoga. I'm
You
telling you,
referred
y'all.
me to a dude out here in Dallas, but I was like, if I can't be with you, I don't want to do no motherfucking yoga unless I'm with you.
I would refer you to some chicks, but you married, so it's like it's better to because listen, man, all the women I worked with, they just my friends, but they all look real good, and it's like, you know,
Yeah, don't let me go over there. Nah, hell no.
Yeah. So it's like I refer women to women, but I don't really know if I refer dudes to women because that shit is be like I came for the yoga and it's hard to
Nah,
focus.
I'm disciplined like a motherfucker, man. I
But
really
if you,
love my situation, and I ain't gonna never
I'm
leave for
gonna re-put it. I'm gonna
nothing.
put it in a different way. I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's like when you do yoga, people exchange energy, and if you ain't careful, you exchange too much energy. It's like it's an intimate thing, you know. So men can teach men if they both are
Yeah,
you know. But
I know A City like a man to instruct him how to bend his ass over.
what? So this is the thing though. When you doing yoga and it's you and a man, you don't do nothing. You ain't doing nothing, no compromising poses. You're gonna do standing poses and shit.
They gonna say,
Shit that
"Damn, you score." They gonna say, "Nigga, you score on us, and we can't even score back, dog." So A City mind, he would say, "Flame, as much as you throw your ass around, boy."
what?
That's what A City would say, dog. And Elo would say, "Giraffe ass." He would say something about my giraffe ass.
Fuck dog. I don't know, man. Get some yoga, do some yoga. I'm finna go to sleep so I can do some yoga in the morning, dog. I'm glad I got to talk to you. Bring me on the podcast with everybody, and I'll take my time. We'll light it and everything. But I want a piece of this.
Yeah, that's a bet. And then I want you to know before we close this out, they said me and you tag team Elo on that snippet that I did.
Cause Elo on that bullshit. That man shoot that boy cause he black. Fuck that shit. I got black sons. I can't even play. I can't even
Boy,
go
come
with
on,
it.
dog. Come on, dog.
We're gonna have to go shoot something up together. He shot you? Come on, let's go.
Boy,
But you know,
I see color, goddamn. But it's all good. But
all
yeah,
right. I
man,
mean,
have a good night, dog. Have a good night, bro. And Soultrane Radio, we out this motherfucker, man.